loved making the first one, so having the opportunity to go back with these characters was unbelievable.
That was just part of the joy of making the movie. It has tons of action, tons of humor, and an even bigger threat.
Everybody involved in making this movie really loves it. Being able to work with the same guys again, and all the guys that play the turtles are super talented.
April is the fifth turtle. They are all very close, and they work together to defeat the evil that's lurking in New York.
April's family with the turtles, and the only human that she really deals with. I mean, they know Vern, but April is the one they deal with the most.
Well.
They have not taken credit for saving the city in the first movie, and neither has April, because she didn't want to. They obviously can't. And so Vern has taken credit.
He's happy to do it. And so we find Vern, he's kind of on top of the world. He's courtside at the Knicks game. He's at all the great parties, and he's getting the key to the city.
After what has happened in the last film, the turtles are still living in the shadows. Shredder is now in jail.
When we developed movie one, we had a whole list of characters that we wanted to put in the movie. When we had the opportunity to make movie two, we went back to that list and said, okay, what characters would we love to see in a turtle movie?
And then the turtles were such a large undertaking in terms of constructing them and building them that we just didn't have the time or the place to put those characters into the first movie.
We're really lucky that for movie two, we get to bring all these characters to life.
The portal's opening.
Bebop, Rocksteady.
What is happening to us? I don't know.
Baxter Stockman.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Krang.
We can bring the people of your planet to their knees.
And Casey Jones.
I'm being chased down, and from the shadows comes...
What's your name?
Casey Jones.
Stacy Moans.
Oh. Casey Jones.
Casey's a really fun character. We're kind of telling the story of the birth of this character in our own way. He's learning how to be a vigilante in this movie.
When we meet him, he is not the Casey Jones that people have come to expect. He's sort of forced into it. He doesn't want to be a vigilante.
He's a little bit rough around the edges. He's never kind of gone out in the night and worn a hockey mask and fought these fights before.
Am I seriously taking wardrobe advice from a group of swamp things living in an underground amusement park and have, forgive me, the most pretentious names ever?
We needed a guy we knew maybe a love interest for April. We needed some action, and we needed humor. And Stephen Amell had all those qualities. When we put them in a room together, we did a nice test with Megan and Stephen to see April and Casey together in a casting session. We knew the minute they were together in the room that was Casey Jones.
And the chemistry between Casey and April keeps it light and fun.
Get away from her!
Hey! Whoa!
Casey Jones is such an icon.
Casey Jones's mask was a big, big deal. You know, we went to the whole, this is a traditional hockey mask, maybe that's what he should have. But then we needed really to get the iconic Casey Jones in it, so we really pretty much manufactured the mask that you see in the movie.
And to have Stephen come on board was so fun. And he's had his superhero experience, he gets it.
Being a part of the Turtles universe and representing Casey Jones to longtime fans, it's a somewhat daunting task, but I feel like I nailed it.
Get down on the ground!
Jones, you gotta be kidding me. I play Bureau Chief Rebecca Vincent, who is head of organized crime in New York.
Tell me where they are.
I don't know. But if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Chief, the turtles are not the ones you should be chasing.
Everyone's been a little stunned that I'm doing this. I thought it would just be fun.
When we sent her the script, the shooting script, we also sent her a pizza. And this is a Turtles movie, so we sent Laura a large cheese pie. And for a day, we did not hear back. Like, oh, maybe the pizza didn't go over so well. Like, huh. The next day on my phone, I got a text. And it's Laura Linney with an orange crush can with all the pizza gone.
And Andrew showed me this text, and he's like, we know she's totally on board, and she's gonna be awesome.
Also, now that I have a child of my own, I would like them to be able to see me in something that's not traumatizing.
In movie 1, you know, Shredder kind of was behind a mask. You really never saw the face of Shredder. So on movie 2, we went out there and we searched, and we found Brian T., who literally has turned Shredder into a character in this movie.
Brian, in particular, I worked a lot with Brian. He's fantastic.
Shredder's cool, and to be able to play him is literally an honor. I remember growing up as a kid dressed as Shredder. He was the ultimate for me. I have to pinch myself. He's, to me, an icon.
He only wears the mask at the end of the film. I mean, there's a lot of Brian T. playing Shredder in this movie, and it's so nice to see Shredder come to life.
I am the face of Shredder. In other movies and in some of the cartoons, you don't ever really get to see Shredder's face. He's always inside some mask. And to be able to do the movie mostly without the mask is one of those dreams come true. The costume is badass. It's, to me, one of my favorite things I've ever put on. This one has the complete balance of who he really is. It's leather, it's slick, but then also has this samurai essence. And I think that's what Shredder truly is.
Brian T. was just so awesome in giving us just a quiet intensity that was scary and filled with meaning. He would just do a head turn, and it would just silence the set.
He takes his work very seriously, so you assume that when he's not playing Shredder, he's still going to be serious, but he's really not. He's just kind of this very warm family guy who, you know, is playing a great role.
I've traveled very far now. We have work to do.
As our movie opens, April O'Neil learns that Shredder's actually going to be broken out of jail that night.
Dr. Stockman, we just got confirmation, sir. The package is shipping later tonight.
We'll make sure they're tracking it every step of the way.
It was the only idea anyone ever thought of was Tyler Perry could be Baxter Stockman.
I thought, okay, Ninja Turtles, great. And my son getting an opportunity to see me do something other than Medea, this sounds really, really good. So especially being, you know, with the Turtles. So it was pretty exciting.
To have Tyler come in and play this character and make this character his own, you know, and literally put those glasses on and just watch Tyler transform from off camera to coming on and becoming Baxter Stockman was amazing.
I've done everything you asked. You promised. No, I am a legend. I will be a legend.
He is a legend. I mean, what he has accomplished is unprecedented. And for him to come and just say, well, did I do that scene right? It's like, dude, yes, I mean, you tell me. I thought so.
We're responsible for opening the fabric between two worlds.
He does all the work, but he's completely ignored and completely underserved and completely just, you know, I could relate to that, you know, growing up being the underdog. So I immediately sparked to him, and to have an opportunity to play the brilliant, mad scientist who becomes madder, that's a lot of fun.
Eliminate those turtles.
He came to act. He didn't have any of the other responsibilities that he usually has, and he was really fun and a delight on set.
Now all we need are test subjects.
Large in size, low in intellect. That will easily fall under my command.
Bebop and Rocksteady are fan favorites.
I love that we have Bebop and Rocksteady, who are like, you know, fixtures from my childhood.
That hurts. I like it.
First of all, Bebop is not the smartest dude in the world. Neither of them are.
They're actually more of a hindrance to Shredder than they are to the Turtles most of the time, which makes it pretty funny.
You know, Shredder has mutated these guys and he's created them, but at the same time, he kind of regrets his decision because they're just the dumbest henchmen in the world.
Not the smartest guys in the world, but really want to do the best we can at doing bad things.
Boss, we did it, we did it. We got that super important thing, kind of hard thing to find thing.
They're as dumb as they are powerful.
Stephen Farrelly, he came in with such passion for the character, like it was crazy. My first meeting with him, I'm like, God, this guy, he really wants this.
I literally have a mohawk, so I spiked it up like a horn, threw on all the gear, the combats and everything.
And then he auditioned, and he was amazing. And maybe the strongest human being I've ever met. I mean, the guy was hitting walls. And I'm like, what are you doing, man? You don't have to hit that. He's like, no, I need to. And I'm like, all right. And there's a shot in the movie where he hits a button, and he's really hitting it.
This is such a scale I've never been involved in anything like this. So I definitely reached out to Gary. I knew that because we were doing Bebop Rocksteady, the characters are so iconic and they're so interlinked together that there has to be great chemistry between them.
Gary's great. He's a big improviser. Because Bebop and Rocksteady are CG creatures, we would record his lines in the ADR booth, which would just allow him all this kind of tether to just invent great stuff.
Bringing back the mohawk. Good for you.
Oh, y'all got jokes, huh?
The voiceover that he does, is a lot of it is ad-lib stuff that he came up with, and it just goes straight in the movie. You don't have to worry about it.
My Speedo's already packed.
Bebop and Rocksteady have a real love for each other, being around each other and helping each other out. It's like a brotherly thing that actually Seamus and I have really had a good time just hanging out together.
We hit it off right away, and it's very hard not to hit it off with Gary. He's so funny. He's literally on the go all the time. There's nobody can keep up with him or catch up with him. Even when the cameras aren't rolling.
It's on, baby!
They are non-stop. They don't turn off. You know, from the time they're in the makeup trailer, I hear Gary.
Not only do I play Bebop, but I also designed this entire... For no extra charge. For no extra charge. It's just what I do for the...
For the first few hours, I didn't know if he was British, if he was from the Bronx, if he was from Brooklyn. He goes in and out of all these different accents, but he's non-stop hilarious. It's really awesome.
You better run!
Krang, who is the uber villain of the franchise, and Shredder and Krang will be working together in this movie to try to take over the world.
Well, I think that since the last movie focused on Shredder, you have to have a bigger, badder villain.
Playtime is over!
Krang is definitely a fan favorite, and Michael, Drew, and I have always loved Krang, so it just kind of, it made sense for us to bring him in.
A lot of the interplay between Shredder and Krang and Bebop and Rocksteady that I remember from the cartoons there's a lot of banter. Shredder was always rolling his eyes at what Bebop and Rocksteady were doing, and Krang was rolling his eyes at all of them.
The Earth is my toy, and I do not like to share.
It's a bigger movie, it's a bigger spectacle.
I'm excited for people to see the film.
For me, growing up, I don't know what kid in my school wasn't a fan, so to be a part of this is tremendously special.
I never imagined that I'd be in a turtle film, but it's great fun.
Thanks, buddy.
We actually take joy in the transformation that happens.
To be a part of that is amazing, especially watching the show as a kid.
For myself, the experience has been the funnest, coolest movie to be a part of.
I love hanging with these characters, so I could make 100 of these. I love these guys.